You can find us at BWSSpodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show. And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so. All right, give me another hey.
Hey.
All right, that's better. We can handle that. All right, digital compression, folks. I mean, I bought them a real one, but because I'm not there, I can't fine tune it just, but we'll revisit it. You put the camera on it again like we did last time. It was really cute. I was like, put your camera on the compressor, bro. I'm going to hook you up.
Gay.
And he was like, hell yeah, bro. All right, well, this is because we said so. We got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2.
Yo.
We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey.
And we have Flyboy himself, Mr. Antoine, back for another episode.
Yeah.
That's right.
We out here.
We were hoping to actually fly before we went on the next, before he came back on the show, but it didn't quite work out. You started working in a different situation. I actually started working, period. But that's still on the docket. He can't take both Laz and I because we're too fat together.
Really? You're the problem.
Yeah.
I weigh.
So, but Lucas could go with either one of us. That's for sure. Kidding me? You could probably add 2 Lucases and still be okay.
I'll record from the ground.
Hey, I gained weight. So.
You did gain some weight, but it was all in the belly.
How long is the flight?
It's like an hour, a little bit over an hour.
Go ahead, Lucas. You can defend yourself.
I was going to say I'm nearly to 160.
Okay.
160.
Okay. I'm sure it's all buns and breasts and, and stomach.
Steak, eggs, potatoes, potato salad, macaroni salad, beer. All the good stuff.
Of course. All right. Well, we hail from Miami. You can get our website at BWSSpodcast.com. You can email us at contact@BWSSpodcast.com. We record on camera. So all you listeners out there, if you want to watch the show, it's a pretty good show. Gotta say, 4 cameras, it's a little bit, it's an interesting production from my standpoint. There's a lot going on, but it's a really good show. But then again, those of you who've been listening since 2016, we appreciate it. Keep on listening if you're digging it. That's for sure. All the music is by The Unsilenced, and we release one extended show a week. And please tell your friends. Like, I can tell you, I can tell which areas people are telling friends because all of a sudden we'll get a big pop. Like in Ohio, and you guys have seen that I post, we get this big jump, and it's almost always in Ohio because what I think is somebody told a friend, and that person set it to download all of them. So we appreciate everyone out there who has been sharing. So yeah, this is BWSS episode number 72. We're gonna be talking about the menthol ban, menthol cigarettes, folks. Does anybody really? I mean, people care, of course, but I don't know if it's gonna have we'll talk about it. Earth's magnetic shift is happening, which history kind of tells a story of destruction and loss of different species and stuff like that. So
broadcasting live.
Yeah, we have to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're really, really far away.
Got it.
I would love to if we could, dude. You know how much easier that would be?
Yeah.
And then when you fuck up, that's it.
That's it. It's a wrap.
I mean, conversations like this, which I'm probably going to edit out.
Take that out.
Depending on how much length we have. If we're over, this is one of the things that'll get cut.
Right.
But yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that at all. That's for sure. So, all right. We're also going to have What the Fuck News. We're going to have weather, Laz's Corner Positivity. The crazy Starbucks order. You guys hear this one? No? Okay.
I've seen a few.
What's that?
I've seen it.
I've seen a few.
Okay. This one
ridiculous.
takes the cake. Chinese rocket to crash into Earth. How about this one?
What?
Okay. All right. We got all kinds of surprises here, folks. Please check out our sister show, MarketPeek. Took a week off because I started a new job, and Matt, my co-host on the stock show, started a new territory. So we were both really busy, and it just happened to coincide at the same time, surreptitiously enough. Anyway, long story short, the show's back on. You can get the link at our website, bwsspodcast.com. And with that, folks,
It's time for quick news.
all right, so BBC Philippines, this one's actually a week old. Giant clamshells worth $25 million seized in a raid. You guys see this at all?
No.
Dude, this is insane. So, and you can see the size of these things in this image. The seizure, actually, I have it online, Lucas. So when you're like, oh, thanks for not sharing it with me, but I'm actually getting it right from the website. I guess I could have shared with you the link, but that's okay.
What was this?
So this is giant clams, and this is in the Philippines. Around 200 tons of illegally harvested giant clamshells worth nearly $25 million have been seized in the Philippines. The seizure is one of the largest ever hauls of the endangered species. 4 suspects have been arrested on an island in the ecologically protected province of Palawan. They can grow up to a meter across, weigh up to 250 kilograms, which I was not aware of. Like, could you imagine a meter? Dude, that's a big-ass clam. What does it eat? Sharks?
Normal?
Yeah. I mean, what does it eat? Is that what you said?
No, like, and we can eat it like normal.
Is
I
that
don't
way?
I don't think we can eat it at all because it's protected. And that's why they're in trouble, because, these things are considered an endangered species.
Well, obviously someone's buying them.
Well, they are, no
Somebody's
doubt.
doing something.
But
with
that's
that.
what happened. Remember, ivory. Ivory was like one of those things that were
Right.
being traded all over the place. And then all of a sudden, finally, China, like we did it first, other countries didn't. China was holding on a long time because it is a major part of their culture, artistically and stuff like that. But they finally, like, yeah, we're not going to allow purchases of new ivory.
Yeah, because they were like just taking the tusks of elephants.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah, they actually created a permanent dye for tusks for elephants and rhinos that seep in and destroy the ivory, but does not harm the animal.
interesting.
What?
They paint a dye onto the ivory
Okay.
for elephants and rhinos that seeps in and destroys the ivory for what
Oh,
it's
so they
for.
can't come and get the. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
and also if they
So they
eat
won't
it,
want
they
it.
get, yeah, and also if somebody eats it, as is in the customs, they get violently sick.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
I don't know who wants to, eat
Eat
tusk,
ivory.
but whatever.
Like,
Good story on that, I guess. So taking it from their natural habitat is a form of intergenerational crime that permanently affects the marine ecosystem, and future generations will be deprived of the benefits. They contain marine algae, which are a food source for many of the fish species eaten by humans. They're increasingly vulnerable to poaching. So they can get up to 12 years. It's only, like a $20,000 fine, which unfortunately isn't that much. But if you can give them the 12 years, that'd be pretty cool. Just saying.
$20,000 fine is a lot. Is it for each?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, maybe if it's for each, then for sure. All right, Laz, you're up.
This one kind of bothered me.
Okay.
Medical marijuana bill stalls, employees fired for legal use. So
I saw that. There was a teacher that got
yeah,
fired not
this
that
is
long
about
ago.
the teacher.
Okay.
It was Allison Enright, a Brevard County teacher, fell at work and doctors prescribed her opiates to deal with the pain. During the year that followed, she saw her body start to deteriorate. When the prescription medicines and physical therapy didn't work, a workers' compensation doctor recommended that she use medical marijuana to avoid using a wheelchair. So basically, she described the drug as like a miracle. And the second time the teacher fell at work, she was pushed in the hallway during the pandemic, and she disclosed under her workman's compensation plan that she used medical cannabis for the pain management. And then for a 3-2 vote for the county, they fired her.
That's fucked up.
And this one bothered me. I was deciding between this and something else, but this one bothered me because, like, if a drug or something becomes legal, why can't we use it? Especially if this is a medical situation. It's not like she's smoking it just to get high. You feel me?
Sure.
Like, so you can't
Although
go to
the
work.
line is, it's definitely
The line is there. You feel me? Like,
a
I get it.
thin line.
It's a very thin line. But if your doctor prescribed you the medical marijuana, which is a school board doctor,
Sure.
how are you to get fired?
Yeah.
That it doesn't even seem like it's something that should even have been a vote for. You feel me? Like, it is what it is.
I feel you. Yeah.
As long as she wasn't high on the job. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
like
true.
it doesn't make any sense. It's
True.
annoying as fuck.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, it's probably going to continue to happen, especially, with all the states that are starting to make it just legal. And then where, you live in a state where it's legal and you have a medical card for it, I'm sure there's still going to be issues.
I get like federal jobs because federal jobs it's still not federally legal. So
Sure, that's fair.
it's a state by state thing,
Sure.
but this is a state.
Yeah. And what state was it? Here in
It's
Florida?
here, Florida.
Yeah.
What city?
Florida strikes again.
Gainesville, Florida. Yeah, that one kind of bothered me.
Yeah, I can see why, dude.
Yeah.
That freaking sucks. But at the same time, it's like I said, it's something we're gonna have to keep dealing with for a little bit more time, probably. All right, Mediaite, Media-ITE. Insane Starbucks order goes viral as coffee lovers gawk at the ridiculous add-ons. So this is crazy. I'm just gonna, show you the image, and I'll read off what's in this thing. So item 1 of 1, items in order 1. The guy's name is Edward, folks. And so this is a caramel crunch frappuccino. So it says 5, I guess, squirts of the syrup.
Yeah.
So 5 banana, X caramel drizzle, extra whip, extra ice, extra cinnamon doll top. So I don't know, maybe cinnamon dollop on top. I don't even know what's up with that. 7 pumps of dark caramel sauce or a dark caramel something. It's
They're about
actually
to die. Like
yeah,
sugar.
of just like
diabetes.
stupid overload, really. So hold on, we're not even there. We're not even there, folks. Extra caramel crunch, 1 pump honey blend, extra salted BM butter, whatever the hell that means. I'm not even sure. 5 pumps frappuccino roasted coffee, 7 add frap chips, heavy cream, and then at the very end, folks, double blended.
Let me ask you a question.
Blend it twice, please.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's gonna
right. You have to blend it
fit in the
twice.
cup.
Fuck you.
I'd
quit my
Yeah,
job.
how does
I
it
quit.
fit in the
I'm
damn
like,
cup?
I'm a barista. Fuck this.
Do they
Dude,
charge them
make it
more?
yourself,
They can't
dude.
even charge them more.
Make it yourself. Clearly, you know how you want it made.
Yeah, just make that shit at home, bro. I feel like what's going to end up happening is they're going to have to Starbucks going to have to a limit 5 items. That's
Yeah.
it. I feel like
Imagine you're behind this guy, you're in a rush, trying to
Dude,
get
really?
just
It's
black coffee.
it's like
whatever. This
Laz's
guy's
sandwich
freaking-
with
oh
Ricky.
my
Did
God.
you see that episode? They had this one when they were at Publix, and freaking Ricky had to have this special sandwich, and the guy that was doing the sandwiches
No,
was really slow.
I have Ricky's back on this one. It's
Sure.
on the menu. It's
Okay.
made like that.
But he had to cut it.
He had to go
each
cut up
one,
each-
because they
yeah.
pre-prep a lot of the sandwich.
Right.
He asked for Italian, and there's the meat. What cheese do you want? But in this case, yeah, man. Anyway, all right, Antoine. So you're up, bro.
Yeah. All right. So basically, late last month, there was a big frost in France. So they lost. They're gonna lose a lot of the wine. About 80% of wine's growing areas.
Which areas did they
So,
say?
yeah, it's gonna say, but it's gonna cause a yield loss from 25 to 50%
Wow.
in some regions.
He
Yeah.
lost the grapes.
So
Wow.
it's Rhone Valley, Bordeaux, Burgundy, Champagne,
Oh my
Provence,
God!
Loire Valley,
all of them essentially.
Yeah.
Wine
like
prices are
champagne
about to
and-
go up right now.
Bordeaux, Burgundy.
Good Lord! The only
Yeah.
thing you did, all of them.
Pretty
That's-
much. I mean, all the big ones.
So 2000, I guess. What 2021 vintage is going to be expensive, folks.
Super. Well, plus we have the import tax in the U.S. from all these French wines.
Sure.
So basically, what happened is that they had temperature go from 80 Fahrenheit to 22 Fahrenheit in the same week.
Wow.
There's pictures of the wine growers. They have little pots and they're lighting fires next to
keep
the
them
vineyards
grape?
to keep the grapes warm to a certain extent. But
Damn.
yeah, worst weather in 30 years. This one.
That's going to happen more and more with this whole global. Everyone's
Oh, yeah.
global warming, but a lot of that weird shit is going to start happening.
I'm surprised they don't have you know how certain NFL fields have the warm turf or the warm ground.
Yeah. You can't do that with grapes, though.
Like
The soil.
Those roots have been
It's not just
growing
grass.
from,
yeah, but I don't know. Something
know.
they should have something.
They should. I mean, but there are legalities too. Like, you know,
then it's
you can't
Then it won't be that
artificially, you know, you I mean,
Can't build a greenhouse and like keep
yeah,
it
you can't
tented
cover
and
it
stuff.
up. I'm guessing you probably can't use electric. You know, electric heat blowers are probably more efficient than some fires. So there might be laws with that as well. So just because France is so ingrained with its tradition, which is, you know, which is not a bad thing. That's what made French wine. Whereas in America, what's American wine? Like, hard to say. You know, everyone's going Napa Cab, Napa Chardonnay. Sure, like that's fine.
But they have to put that. It's here. It wasn't from over there.
But that's the thing. Like, if America had the same laws that France did, there's no way we would have caught up, because you can just grow whatever you want, blend what there are legalities with what you can put on the label, depending on where you get the grapes from, if you own them, if you bought them, what percentage of each grape, yada yada. But the whole reason America's been able to catch up in the wine world is because we don't have those laws. So, you know, it's a good and bad thing.
We still
that's for
can't
sure.
call sparkling wine from here champagne, right?
No.
It has to be from Champagne.
Has to be from Champagne. That will be till
Yeah,
the
I'll
end
just
of
say
eternity.
champagne method.
Yeah. Champagne Methandoise, right?
Méthode champenoise.
California
Method
champagne.
Champenois, sure. It's been so long since I've had to speak these terms. You speak French, so
Yeah,
you can fucking
it's-
say it. So
It works out.
all right. So the Spun, SPUN. The NFL announced earlier today that Thursday Night Football will be televised exclusively on Amazon Prime with the 2022 season.
Oh, what?
Yes.
I hate
Wow.
that shit.
I don't know. You do? I don't mind it. And the reason why is because there were a lot of games that you couldn't see on Thursday
Oh, I
because it
guess.
was only NFL Network. So now that it's on Amazon Prime, I can watch every Thursday night game if I want.
Yeah, but
I
what
don't
if
know.
you
They
don't
did
have
something with the Heat games too. They took it off Fox Sports. Now it's on some other.
That happens because they bid
It's
for
like,
them, for sure.
What if you don't have a smart TV?
I
You
can't
can
keep
watch
up.
it on your phone.
I guess, sure. I mean, you don't have to have you can get Chromecast or Chromecast.
You have to have something.
Fire stick.
Yeah, Chromecast is fine. They're like 30 bucks. Give me a break. So, I mean, if you have, you know, it's not like Thursday Night Football. If it's your hometown, they're still gonna play it anyway.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, that's kind of interesting. I gotta say, we'll see what's up. I'm personally digging it. Lucas, do you care either way?
No.
Okay,
Thursday Night Football on Hulu.
sure.
So
Or no, you
annoying.
said
Just
Amazon?
open the TV.
They had
Prime.
Hulu had something. I can't remember what it
It's
was.
so
Hulu was okay.
annoying.
Amazon never had any Philadelphia whatsoever.
I don't know. I mean, well, they will now if they play on Thursday.
That's
All right,
usually
Laz.
a good team.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Get out of here with your Miamis.
It'll be set soon. And Miami had a really good draft, man. They could be something this year. I'm just saying. All right,
Last time
go ahead,
Always
Miami
give me
was
something.
Lucas. I mean, Laz.
Connecticut ends its state religious vaccine exemption.
Okay.
So Connecticut will no longer allow a religious exemption from childhood immunization requirements for school, colleges, daycare facilities.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Becoming the
100%.
sixth
Seriously.
state. But it's
Fucking
only
A,
the sixth
man.
state. I thought it was going to be like more than that.
I mean, pretty soon that stuff's gonna just needs to freaking
You want to
go
be
away.
religiously exempt? Go to your religious
Yeah,
exempt
exempt
go
country.
take it.
Yeah.
or school.
Because it doesn't make
Stay
any
home.
sense. And then I don't remember who I was talking to about it. Like I ran into a guest in the elevator and he said, "Why doesn't everybody just fucking get the vaccine and leave it alone?" Like,
Yeah, right?
And I'm just like, yo, you know what? He's right. But they have these things. These people like, oh, okay, da da da. Like now, you have to do it. I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't make any sense.
When I see people standing in line to get the test, I'm like, why aren't you in line to just get the fucking vaccine? You know?
It's just aggy.
And there are a lot of people, there are people I know that have gotten at least the test at least 5 or 6 times. Granted, the vaccine's
taken the
been
test
more, you know, widely available now.
All that it took for me was for me to get almost exposed, bro.
Sure.
And I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
like, I'm not
Sure.
gonna go to the thing every time to go get it tested just because I have to worry about some dumbass.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I mean, like, then it's not even that. Like we just said, like Rick just had like a severe cold this week,
Sure.
and he's like worried.
Yeah.
But like he just got tested, he's fine. But he's like, fuck. But he's not taking it though.
Sure.
It's so
Sure.
annoying. But yo,
I can guarantee.
what, Lucas?
I was going to say I can guarantee you the shot hurts a lot less getting it than getting a fucking Q-tip
Dude, I'm
up the
telling
nose.
Exactly.
you, I
The
didn't
shot was
even
nothing.
feel, I'm legit like I hardly felt it. Like
shot?
it was like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're good. They're just like boop
I-
boop.
you know,
done.
hardly
I did the
felt
Q-tip.
You feel it
I did
after,
the
though.
Q-tip myself,
the next
and
day,
somebody else
the
did it.
soreness. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it's anything pricking you. It's the
Yeah,
same
but
shit.
it lasts like a day, and then the snortus is gone.
yeah.
All right, so last one, Brian Niemitz from the Daily News. Out of control Chinese rocket parts could crash to the Earth this week.
Ooh.
So
Wasn't
space,
that
what's that?
wasn't that like 11-ton rocket booster?
Well, I'm going to get into it, dork.
Let him finish.
God, Space News
Never.
reports that the booster of the Chinese rocket could come crashing in the coming days. Where debris land is anyone's guess. The seemingly uncontrolled reentry of the CZ-5B core of Chinese Long March 5B, good lord, which was used to launch the module into orbit to the Chinese construction, to the part of the Chinese station, space station. They have their own little part there. So, disposable booster and propellful module reportedly parted ways just over 18 minutes of flying together. The 20 metric ton booster, it's 100 feet long.
20 tons? 20 metric tons.
20 metric tons. So, it's 100 feet long. 100 feet. So,
We don't know where it's going to fall.
they have no idea.
Are they kind of tracking
Probably
it?
the ocean, statistics
I
would
mean,
say.
like, most because of like odds of falling
Yeah,
in the ocean.
exactly.
But
But nobody knows. And here's the thing, it's going
Big
to
wave.
burn up a lot of it.
yeah.
In fact, most of it, but the smaller it gets, the less likely it is to burn up as fast because not as much friction. So they're thinking little pieces of debris could come crashing down.
They can't track it either.
You said 20
They
tons?
can.
That shooting star.
They can. Yeah, that's what it's going to look like. What's that, Lucas?
You said it was 20 tons?
20 tons, 20 metric tons.
Yeah, 20 metric is 22 U.S. tons.
Yeah.
So it's not that far off, but
44,000 pounds, folks.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah. Good Lord.
20,000.
Yeah. It's a lot. So we'll see.
live.
It should be, by the time this comes out, it would have already happened. So I guess, report in, folks.
Oh shit, it's already going down.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
It's going to happen. The
Hopefully
question
it
is
just
how
stays-
much of it
stays
burns
where-
up.
Whoever sent that shit, hopefully it goes back to them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be great. Maybe just right off the bow.
Sorry, China.
Shot off the bow.
the
We don't
sea,
want
in
it
the
to
sea.
hit him.
In
Yeah.
the sea.
But, give it a close call. We're like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this because this isn't the first time.
Not
I
a
mean,
tsunami, but a big wave.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Lucas.
It's time for. Wait a minute. What the fuck?
WTF news, folks. Caught him off guard just a little bit, but I'm sure he's prepared.
no, the fuck you didn't.
Okay.
Ah,
Had it
got your
open.
ass, Seth.
All right. Go
Suck
for
it.
it. Right?
So,
Suck it.
so I had seen this article a few times, but I picked the best one I could find from Newsweek.com.
Okay.
A car salesman in Michigan is being accused of wire fraud,
Okay.
of costing Fiat Chrysler $8.7 million
8.7 million. Wow.
Million.
Dude.
Solid.
by fraudulently using the employee discount.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So every time he sells a car, he just.
Yeah.
Oh, so and
but-
he would keep. So he would
Keep the difference.
keep the difference.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shiesty.
But 8 points. Nobody's buying Fiats.
8.7 million. He must sell a lot
sold.
of Fiats.
Improperly tracked in, used, and sold the manufacturer's employee purchase control numbers, EPCNs, through private Facebook groups from 2014 through present.
Wow.
He is facing up to 20 years in prison.
Yeah. That'll happen. All right. Well.
The guy didn't do it's like, all right, I'm going to get a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
You know?
He's like, oh,
8.7
I'm going to keep it up.
million.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's the problem, dude. That's
Get
the
greedy.
problem.
Get greedy.
You know,
How much
you're-
more money do you need?
Well, that's the thing. You rob that first bank, and then like, wow, I could just
Me and my
rob the
brother was
bank.
talking
Let me
about
rob
today,
another
like-
one.
Yeah, but if he's using his same employee number, like he didn't think, I don't know.
Like,
I
think-
oh, man.
Eventually,
I think at
He's
one
hiring
point,
fake employees and shit.
at one point, yeah, right. At one point, I think you just gotta start making enough money to pay for the lawyers it's going to take to get you out of all the
Yeah.
fucking money you just
but
embezzled.
that you don't have anymore because they seized it, froze
True.
your accounts.
Yeah,
True.
you're done. As soon as anything with money, they're taking your money.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
He used 268 employee numbers.
Oh,
Okay, so used others.
All right. So he was
Okay.
smart
Uh,
to some
that's-
extent.
the Homeland Security's involved.
Yeah.
And
All right.
like
I don't know
everybody
about
else.
it's international. Fiat's in Italy, you know?
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
And All
right. So,
Yeah.
Interesting.
any shout outs, Laz?
Nada.
No? Okay. Lucas, any shout outs
Yes.
over there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lucas has a shout out, folks.
Research Lucas.
Shout out to the trash company that I ordered a 20-yard dumpster, and they sent me a 30-yarder for free.
Nice, bro.
Oh,
Okay.
you're still
So,
working on
well,
that.
not for free, but they
I thought
sent
you
me
were
a
going to say,
30-yarder.
shout out to the town, the company that finally came and took my couch. Just want to give them one more shout out.
After a
Nah,
couple
fuck them.
months.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck them. They're about
That's
to
cool.
get like 20. They're about to get 20 bags of leaves to pick up. Those
So,
fuckers.
so you took down the shed. So that's cool. Done
Yeah,
over.
or a shed.
Or a
Oh.
shed.
That and just random construction because I've been working through the house and all that.
Sure.
But because they were late on delivery, which was pissing me off, the owner's son delivered a 30-yard dumpster
Sure.
for the same price of a 20-yard dumpster.
It's all right.
Let me ask you a question because I have this problem. How much of the stuff in the shed was useless?
The shed?
Yeah,
Which one?
the one you cleared out.
It was empty, wasn't it?
Oh, it's empty.
Nah, well, there were some molds that had gotten damaged. There's a lot of really good lumber back there. But there's an old aluminum shed that was underneath an oak tree that just rotted out. The base was
Oh, so everything in the
kinda-
shed you kind of needed or would use eventually.
would use eventually, but the shed itself was just garbage.
Okay. Because every once
what's
in a
your
while,
problem? What's your shed problem?
fuck, man.
Can you
'Cause
tell us?
Do
we
you
have
need-
a
do you need-
decent sized shed.
Uh-huh.
So
not as big as mine.
every randomly, people are like, can I put this in your shed? Oh, yeah, no problem.
Ah.
And then it'll be like, oh, we're not gonna throw this away. Let's just put it in the shed. You feel me?
Sure.
And then
Yeah.
when you start, like, I put my grill in the shed. I have like 2 bikes, like random shit that they let us use. So eventually, the shed just starts having a whole bunch of shit that we don't fucking need anymore.
I'll tell you what, I would love to have access to a shed. What I would do with a shed right now, folks.
Dude, what I would do to my
So
shed,
naughty.
if I had-
Studio.
Yeah, right?
the shed that I have now is 140 square foot with electricity, telephone, and cable.
That's a little
But
mini
it's-
house.
it's like big.
Our
That's
dad
huge.
built
But
this like
noisy.
mini house with like, the slanted roof, and
You could live in that one.
he could.
Exactly.
Right now,
That's why I want it.
Right now, and we have our washer and dryer in there.
Yeah.
And like it's like
Is it
half
hooked
the
up?
side is like a laundry room, and the other half is just shit.
Sure.
I'll just toss everything soon.
It's badass.
It-
I'd love to. When I was, Lucas is, well, younger than Lucas, I was like, God, it'd be so cool if I could just move out here. Because he built a loft and where the attic kind of area is. Because like I said, the roof goes up.
Your shed is like that's huge.
It's a
though.
huge,
It's a-
140
it's 100
square feet. It's pretty
It's
good,
a living
man.
space.
Yeah.
It's not, that's just, yeah.
It's pretty cool. Just gotta say, pretty cool.
The only problem, no plumbing.
That's okay.
it's close to the house.
It's literally like 15 feet from the house. You're good.
Yeah,
don't
do
have
you want
worry
to go
about
out
that.
when it's blizzard?
You can install yourself a plastic bottle. So, all
hole in the
right.
wall.
Why is there a
bucket.
turd on the patio?
Yeah, right. Cat did it. Antoine, any shout outs over there?
Yeah, sure. Shout out to my sister. Shout out to the Hula crew.
Oh, yeah, Manon, what's up? What?
We out here.
That's cool.
I miss Manon.
Oh, yeah. I do too. I wish you'd come back on the show, but I understand why.
I'm sure she will eventually.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt. All right, well, we're going to take a first break. We'll be back with the Polar Shift. We're going to talk about what's going on with Menthol Cigarettes, and that's what's up. Boom.
correction to a beef that I had a
Correction to
while
beef.
ago.
Okay, correct your beef.
Not a correction, but a continuance of a beef that's not a beef that I had.
Do you
It's
wanna
part of a
save
beef
it
that I
for
had
the beef
before.
portion of the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's not beef now. The beef that I had is in connection, but not the story of.
Okay. Some Freudian beef going on.
No, Pavlov.
This fucking
You
guy.
made this happen to me, motherfucker.
It's kind of nice. It's beef from the past, but like sort of beef.
It's not now it's pork.
To be honest with you, there's a little bit of chicken in there.
You got beef? You
Some
got beef?
tofu.
Yeah, I got beef. You got chicken? Let's have a
Turducken.
cookout. I just
Yeah.
poured a beer so fucking wrong. I got more head than
Dude,
than
that
liquid.
happened last show. I wish I would have caught it because, dude, you literally, it was like someone stuffed a roll of toilet paper into your glass.
Why does you keep doing that? Is the beer hot?
Yeah,
Warm?
right?
No, actually, I could pour it well warm because I do drink my beer warm because I have a severe aversion to cold. It doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
Speaker. Hey,
Is that better?
Question.
Is that
Speaker.
better?
Nice speaker.
Have you ever
Whatever, ho.
broke a champagne
Yes.
cork?
Ooh.
No.
Somebody
Have
broke a
you?
Champagne cork.
Really? I've had champagne corks where I had to use a wine key to get them out.
This
It's
day,
the scariest shit.
that shit was
savor it.
champagne everywhere.
Oh,
and
really?
the cork was still in there.
Wait.
Like half of the
Oh,
cork
because it was
wasn't-
coming through the edges or some
Yep,
shit?
yep.
I've never heard of that.
And-
What
I can't
brand
remember,
was it?
man. I don't remember.
Was it like a well-known brand?
It wasn't mine.
Was it cork or was it
wasn't
rubber?
mine.
It wasn't corked. No, I'm saying it
it's
wasn't
not mine, officer.
I wasn't opening the champagne. It was a server.
Sure.
And he's like, I'm like, what happened? He's like, the champagne went everywhere. So I'm thinking that like maybe it was shaken and then when he was
Sure.
opening it, it just went everywhere.
Maybe it wasn't cold.
And it wasn't as cold as it should be, but
Sure.
that's not what I thought it was. So I'm like, yo, where's the bottle? I'm like, yo, the cork is still inside. What the fuck?
Sure.
Like, a little bit more than half the cork.
That's weird.
It was weird as fuck. I'm gonna find out. I'll let you know what the bottle was.
Quick question. Was it cork or was it that plastic cork?
No,
No, it's
regular
cork.
cork.
Champagne.
It was an
doesn't-
older cork though.
You're not going to find plastic in champagne, that's for sure.
Champagne or non-champagnes.
Antoine, you got a little something red on your right shoulder over there, I think. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
Like a
made you
feather?
look.
Oh, this one?
No, yeah, there you go. There it is. I think it's a feather.
It's
It's just bothering me.
Where'd you get a feather from?
It's really small. We have
No, it
feathers.
showed up bright.
Yeah. So I have feathers. We have feathers in the pillows in our couch and shit. Maybe that's where it came from.
Tapestry or something.
Just saying. Just saying.
What were you doing here earlier,
looking out.
Antoine?
Yeah, right.
What was that?
Nobody was here. That's what we were doing here earlier.
Well,
All right, folks. So we're back, and we're going to kick this off with the polar shift. It's becoming, I don't know, the story seems to be catching a lot more attention as the years go on. And more recently, it's been mentioned again. I thought it's kind of cool. It's sciencey. And being the science dork that I am, if I have the ability to do something sciencey, I'll take the advantage. Jonathan Chadwick for Mail Online, and this is actually the Daily Mail.
Mel's online.
Mail Online.
I'm just fucking with you.
Jeez. Dork. But that was funny. We'll give it to you. So climate change has shifted Earth's poles faster ice melting under global warming is causing the magnetic north and south poles to drift around the surface of our planet. So they're actually finding out that it is more because of global warming, and the reason why is the water is melting. When the water melts, that mass goes into the ocean, which changes the magnetosphere that we have, and it's been changing polar north and polar south. Of course, not the North Pole, but where magnetic North Pole is, interestingly enough.
Here's the thing, though, with that, though. How do we know that just doesn't naturally happen?
So, interesting that you would say that. So, Chinese researchers reveal melting glaciers from climate change caused the shift. Magnetic north and south poles are constantly moving. They call it polar wandering. So it is something that happens naturally. It's not, it has a name. It's not anything new. But what's different is that it's moving a lot faster than it normally does. And that's the difference. The Earth spins like a top. If the weight of the top is moving around, the spinning top would start to lean and wobble as if on its rotational axis. And the same thing happens to their magnetic, spin of the poles and even the Earth. Obviously, if you have a whole bunch of mass on top and then all of a sudden it shifts down to the bottom, the tilt's going to change just a little bit. But what's different is, like I said, it's moving a lot faster. And, they feel it's because of the global temperatures. In 1995, the direction of the polar drift shifted from southward to eastward, while the average speed of the drift from 1995 to 2020 increased about 17 times from the average speed recorded from 1981 to 1995. So all of a sudden
in
it's
about
moving
20, 30 years, it's moving a lot
super
faster.
Yeah, super faster. Would you say
Yeah,
like
see,
more,
now you're fucking, see what's
more
fucking with me,
easier?
right?
Super faster.
Because you're not thinking.
Sure.
But like, honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's not, global warming is maybe not because of us only, or maybe it's just, it's time for...
We're accelerating the process.
Yeah, I would say it's us. At this point,
17 times faster?
well, that's because the glaciers are melting and ice shelves off of Antarctica are breaking off. In fact, one of them was the size of Rhode Island. And I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Lucas, can you look this up?
Lucas.
Antarctic iceberg, size of Rhode Island.
It was like
I
cutting
think
off.
the last piece of it finally like melted away like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, or something like that.
But if you go back to like, well, obviously we don't
Yeah, you get
exactly
ice ages
know what
every
happened. Yeah, exactly. Like
millions
ice
and millions of
ages.
years. But that's due to, I thought it was when the magnetic fields like swap.
Yeah,
That
it
north
happens.
is south and south becomes north. If that happens, we're fucked because GPS won't work. Super electronics aren't going to work.
They could probably calibrate at least the newer ones. They could probably calibrate them. I would think. But
Are we looking for the size of the iceberg or when it melted?
I want to know when it melted. You can or both actually. If you
And
have both.
it's
gonna be around
it's
on
also
the computer.
twice the size of Rhode Island.
Twice the size of Rhode Island when it
Yes.
started. Okay, and when was the last? And when was that?
2017 is the earliest year I could find. There's also
Okay.
another one that broke off February 12th of last year-ish, the size of Malta.
Balta? I don't know how big
Yeah.
Balta is. Is
Malta.
it bigger than Rhode Island?
Yeah, it's a fairly good sized island. There's a major
A fairly good
barrage
size.
of
Fairly good sized island. So
it's a fairly good.
when did the Rhode Island one finally finish melting? That's the question.
Words.
I hate you.
Yeah. No, I'm not seeing when it finally melted, but I did find a article from Washington Post. Iceberg nears collision with South Georgia Island.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure it wasn't that long ago. It finally. So after what, 3 years, 4 years. So can you look up the last
Lucas.
European ice age? I feel like. So here's the thing: Stradivarius violins are considered one of the violin. It was made by a gentleman, Stradivari, I believe it was, and it was they're considered, 1700s. They consider some of the finest freaking violins ever, and what they've found more recently and what they've posited more recently is because the wood there was during one of the European ice ages from these trees. And because of that, the wood grew very, very dense and very slowly. And so that it was the wood that gives the Stradivari. I mean, obviously he was an amazing violin maker, but that's why, the wood played a really big part of it. Anything, Lucas?
About Stradivarius?
No, European. When was the last mini
European
ice age? I would say is the
European
question.
mini ice age, year of.
Yeah, or Earth mini ice age. I'm sure it wasn't that long ago, and that's the thing. Like these things happen.
Well, like for example, where we are for now in technology, like for example, with Texas. Sorry.
Go ahead, Lucas.
Yeah, that's right. You better recognize.
Okay.
Start
Here we go.
start date 1303, end date 1860.
Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
So
And-
so that's what I'm saying.
It's 500 years.
Lasted
though.
500 years though.
No, I don't
and
think so.
Europe was covered
But-
for a while.
500
But
years
for-
of snow.
500 years for that mini ice age. So here we go. Neil Grenfield Boyce, like the longest name. Greenfield Boyce, GREENFIELD BOYCE. It's one like last name, Greenfield Boyce, from
And his
NPR.
bingo was his name.
Yeah, right. Seriously. Ancient trees show that when the Earth's magnetic field last flipped out, it wasn't good. The ancient, a well-preserved tree that was alive the last time the Earth's magnetic poles flipped has helped scientists pin down more precise timing, which occurred about 42,000 years ago. This new information has led them to think the flipping of the poles to key moments of the prehistoric record, like sudden appearance of cave art and mysterious extinction of large mammals and the Neanderthals, like the mammoths. They argue that the weakening of the Earth's magnetic field would briefly transform the world by altering its climate and allowing for more ultraviolet light to pour in. Some geologists have noted that die-offs of the large mammals seem to occur in periods when the Earth's magnetic field was weak. The last major reversal happened once again 42 years ago. The reversal is called Landschamp excursion.
42 years ago?
42,000, sorry,
Oh,
42,000.
right.
Yeah,
Like,
thank
what
you
the
for
hell?
correcting me. There are times where I flub something like that and nobody says shit, and then when I'm editing, I'm like, fuck, like
I'm
nobody caught it.
Hey,
Like, I'm
we-
catching it now.
This is something real.
just-
Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
True.
like,
Okay. What's that, Lucas?
I was going to say, we just normally want you to fail
Okay.
a little bit.
God.
Just,
I was
just a
gonna
little
say,
bit. Just
I'm
a
sure
little
it's
bit.
gonna be funny, but it wasn't. So sorry about that. All right. So anyway, what happens is they find that lava flows. There's iron in lava, and they can tell by looking at that which way the
It
actual
flows.
atoms line up in the iron of the lava flows, and tell that way. Also in the trees, they found ways to use trees to figure it out as well, which is just crazy. So even though,
Science rules.
yeah, dude, like science
can't-
does rule.
It makes it. It is what it is. You feel me? Like
Sure.
the
no
same thing
doubt.
with the violin. That best violin was with that wood. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it is what
for
it
sure,
is.
man.
Like
Sure.
that's
And-
everything. That's what they do.
I mean, these well-preserved trees, they hold a lot of data apparently, which is just amazing. So let's see. The changes were accompanied by a weakening in the magnetic field as low as 6%. Even though it was short, the North Pole did wander across North America right out towards New York, actually. So it was all the way close to New York, then back across to Oregon, said Alan Cooper, an evolutionary biologist with blue-green sky genetics in the South Australian Museum. He explains that it then zoomed down towards the Pacific really fast to Antarctica and then hung out there for about 400 years and then shot back up through the Indian Ocean to the North Pole
The
again.
magnetic pole.
Then magnetic north.
Yeah.
New
The
York,
okay.
Oregon, South
Antarctica,
Pole.
so
yeah,
flip,
and
and
then
then
way the fuck. I mean,
Way back to where it's
Antarctica
supposed
is
to be,
definitely more
supposedly.
accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, no, that's
That's-
supposedly. Like
No, I
it
mean, no, I
happened.
mean, like that's
supposedly,
You know what I mean?
They tracked it down. They got their
Sort of.
receipts.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So inside trees that lived during the last magnetic flip, the researchers and their colleagues looked for a form of carbon created when cosmic rays hit the upper atmosphere. So the more these rays come in when the magnetic field is weak, so the level of carbon goes up. And that's the thing. When all this stuff starts happening, the magnetic field weakens, more cosmic rays come in, and that's really bad for our skin. And they're talking about cave art. They think the reason the cave art happened is because people started living in the caves because the sun was just way
Too brutal.
too, yeah. So yeah, dude, that's like, it's a little scary,
Right now,
scary.
the whole world is a cave. Homes, buildings, hotels.
That's true.
Maybe the sun.
Even windows, they put like aluminum
film,
nitrate,
filters, stuff,
in the
for
windows, and blocks out the sun. The company that aluminum. Anyway, I can't remember what the fucking film is, but the company I worked for up in Maryland, Thompson Creek, man. I mean, it's amazing. You take this heat lamp, put it through a normal window, and it's hot. But this glass you can see through. It's got the slightest tint. Put the heat lamp there, you can't even feel it. After like 5 minutes, can't even feel the heat going through the lamp. It's amazing. So technology, folks, technology. So that's what's up, man. It's kind of scary that it's moving and it's starting 17 times faster. And obviously, we're going to keep having melting of the polar cap. So there's a lot.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I just hope it doesn't happen when I'm in the plane.
Yeah,
On the planet?
in the
plane.
yeah.
Oh.
I'll be flying and then pole
All your
reversals. Whoops.
Instruments are gonna be like
Everything's gonna be
whizzing
going
around.
crazy.
Yeah, it's like
Your compass.
You're gonna
For
land
sure.
on a turnpike.
for sure on the turnpike.
Head north. I am going north.
Yeah, right. Well, you think you're going north.
Maybe.
That's for sure. So, all right. Well, right here, I'm going to sum it up with this. From what we know, the field strength strength through time, and that's magnetic field. Over the last 100,000 years, there does appear to be a linkage between extinctions and low geomagnetic field strength. So if it, the more obviously spinning up, along the axis of the way the Earth spins, which is what you would expect. Because even though the Earth seems to be spinning kind of slow, when you're that big, you're actually spinning pretty fast. So that being the case, when obviously there's a shift, obviously the magnetic field gets thrown off a little bit, and eventually it will right itself. It'll get used to, okay, this is how things are going to be. But it looks like we're running into an issue with that as well, which is not the greatest thing. So sorry to bum me out, folks. That's for sure. All right, so menthol ban. I'm just going to jump off. You guys, so you're for it, Lucas?
You're not
Yeah?
gonna take
No,
my
I don't
menthol?
really care. I don't smoke them.
Okay. Laz,
I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is,
none of us smoke them, but do you?
No, but they have the flavored.
Do you feel like they should
the
be
vapes.
doing it, or just leave it the fuck alone? Who are you to tell us what cigarettes
Yeah, if
we
you're
can
gonna smoke. But here's the thing: they're banning the flavored tobacco
Cigars,
as well.
yeah.
Flavored cigars. And
Swisher Sweets,
I like
is that
but
flavored?
I hate
But
anything flavored.
But they're
though.
not. Are they flavored? I know when I was
They're
younger.
officially flavored.
Like I smell
Yeah,
like
of
a mouse. The
Naturally
wine
flavored
ones
Swisher
bother the
Sweets.
shit out of me.
Wood
Sure.
tips.
I
Wine.
smoke the wood
wine.
tips, but I don't do the wood tip wine. And if they get, and the box looks very, very similar.
Yeah.
And once in a while, they'll give me a wine by accident, and I don't even touch it. I just bring it back.
There's
or I go
wine,
anywhere.
like wine flavored, like
Wine
what?
flavor, wood tips.
I was-
Yeah,
What?
and I just bring it back. Like I
Wine
literally
flavored.
hate it. It's the most annoying thing for me.
Wow.
Lance,
It's something called the Royale.
Does it taste like wine?
no.
It tastes like shit.
Yeah, sure it does.
And,
Lance,
and
I'll Venmo you the money to get Seth a wine Swisher Sweet so he could do his little
It's
taste
the wood
test.
tip.
I'll taste
I mean,
it,
they
but I
might
won't
have
inhale
Swisher
that
Sweets.
shit. Hell no.
No, just as you as a som to do the wine taste test.
Yeah, like I'll swirl
this is
around,
I'll just get
Chardonnay
him one.
flavor.
It's annoying.
Sure.
But it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
hear
flavor
ya.
ones just like bother your throat. Since I smoke, I can't really complain about like smoking.
We know
chemicals.
why they're menthol flavored, right? Like
Why?
it's
It
mint, it's
freshens up.
soothing,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
don't feel the
But it's-
harshness. as
menthol's
much.
bother
So you
me
don't
too.
taste like tobacco.
Yeah.
I had a teacher in tech school ask a student if he could bum a cigarette because he was sick with a sore throat to try to soothe it because he smoked
What,
menthol.
Was this high school?
No, tech
I
school.
hope so.
Oh, tech school. Oh,
Wow,
man,
okay.
That would have been funny.
Good
Like,
Lord. Yeah, right.
No.
Okay.
No, but a
John, I know you
tech
smoke.
class.
You guys remember
no-
cloves?
Oh yeah, dude.
Remember
Yeah.
that shit?
Yeah. I remember
That was the first time I ever saw Seth smoke was a clove.
Yeah, I smoked a
Oh.
clove. I was like, all right, I'll see what's up.
was
It
a
doesn't.
phase.
I don't know. It was weird.
But the reason they want
My
to ban
mouth
it,
was numb. What's that?
the reason they want to ban it is because of the children. Not
Yeah,
children.
pretty much.
Yeah, but you have to be 21 now to buy cigarettes. Who
Doesn't
has these kids
matter.
buying?
Everyone smokes, bro.
I mean,
And
weed's
anything, the
illegal.
vapes
You
are
know how many
more-
kids are smoking weed? Like, give me a break.
I'd be
you
more
know?
worried about those vape things.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
Yep.
they already banned the flavored vape, right?
they're already flagging the vapes. They're saying it has like some type of metal or some shit. That
You know,
goes
people are
in
getting
the
that
lungs.
surprised.
popcorn lung, where your lungs. There, people have died from your lungs.
Also, it's
just
so
don't
new.
work.
Like the research isn't there.
It's not there
Like
at all.
cigarettes we've been.
People who vape like crazy though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like-
yeah. You'll see him exhale like freaking like a waterfall of smoke.
Yep.
So
All-
much
and
is
all
like
day.
falling to the ground and shit in droplets. Like seriously. All right, Food and Drug Administration on Thursday announced its long-awaited plan to ban the last flavor still allowed in cigarettes, menthol, and also said it would ban. This is Sheila Kaplan, New York Times. and also said it banned all flavors of mass-produced cigars, which are popular among youths. In fact, here, I'll pull this up so you guys
The
can
black
see
people.
it. Yeah,
Thanks for
right?
sharing.
They're just trying to.
Whatever, bitch. So together, these actions represent powerful science-based approaches that have an extraordinary public health impact. Dr. Janet Woodcock of the FDA, acting commissioner.
I hate Lucas. He's like a
Fucking
big
rude.
child.
Yeah,
Like,
right? Jesus Christ, bro.
What was his name again?
Yeah.
Hey,
Mr. Woodcock.
Woodcock.
Hey, if anything, I'm here for comedic
Comedic
relief.
relief.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. At least it didn't like if it said skin flute. Janet Skin Flute. All right.
Don't make me
Jesus,
laugh.
we're going to get in so much trouble. Jeez. All right. We believe these actions will launch us on a trajectory towards ending tobacco-related disease and deaths in the U.S. The menthol flavor agency says makes it easier for those trying their first cigarette to become addicted and then tougher to quit. Since the 50s, menthol cigarettes have been aggressively marketed to black smokers in the United States. Roughly 85% of black smokers now use Newport Cool and other menthol products. 85% of the people smoking.
Who makes Newports?
They,
I don't fucking
all
know.
I have to say is the only person that I know that smokes Cools is white.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't know anybody. That
Yeah,
smokes
but where
Cools.
you live, dude, there's not a lot of black folks. I'm just saying.
You sure about that? We got Coatesville.
Yeah, I mean, Coatesville, sure. I'll give you
Wait.
that, where I went to high school. But where you live?
Let's just say my town has had 2 shootings in the past 50 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
It's been-
literally,
and
that's
it's
it.
been most,
Nothing else.
Yeah,
Mostly
for
black.
sure. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was just gonna say it, but I was like,
you
"Can I
couldn't
say
say it.
this
I got
as the
you.
white guy?" Thank you. I feel like I was like, "No."
Nah.
Well,
All right.
one was a pagan shooting for a black man, and the other one was a drug deal gone bad.
Okay.
Wait, black or
Classic.
white?
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't
I'm
answer the
curious.
question.
I'm just curious.
Jeez. So, R.J. Reynolds, the published science does not support regulated menthol cigarettes differently from non-menthol. The scientific evidence neither shows a difference in health risks between menthol and a non-menthol cigarette, nor does it support the menthol cigarettes adversely affect initiation, depression, dependence, or cessation. That's the official, announcement from R.J. Reynolds, who might make Newports. I'm not really sure. So black
makes-
smokers smoke less but die of heart attacks, strokes, and other causes linked to tobacco at higher
Eat a lot of
rates
fried chicken, bro.
than white smokers do. That could be.
Nah, it's just like shit.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 85% black smokers use Newport Coal. I already said that. The problem is when you start younger like that, because it's menthol and because it's, does anyone know anyone that smokes menthol, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a
Yeah,
buddy of
we
mine
got
who
our
smokes
guest, Rick.
Yeah.
So did you ask
the
him
Camel Crush Silvers.
what they thought?
Yeah, let me say, he was quick and to the point.
Okay. We did ask people to reach out. I don't know anybody.
I'm
Only
like,
Rick is-
how do you feel about that and why do you like them? He goes, different taste, feels fresh.
Okay.
That was his reasoning.
Okay. What does he think about? I mean, that's why I'm curious what people think about,
The
possibly losing them. I think a lot of people quit because when you taste the tobacco, like, dude, cigars, like, remember earlier in the show when Alex, who's been on the show a lot, when we could go to Cuba, he would go down to Cuba and bring back cigars and we would smoke. You can, if you watch the show or go to the
But I don't
website,
think they
you'll
were
see.
flavored cigars. It was just
No.
regular standard tobacco cigar.
But my point is, like, the next day I could still freaking taste the tobacco. And I was like, oh, and that's what I didn't like about it. So I would imagine the menthol probably helps with that a little bit.
Right.
And real quick, R.J. Reynolds owns Newport.
Yeah, I was
Currently.
going to say, I think it's R.J. Reynolds and what's the other big one?
What else does he own? Only Newports?
Marlboro.
No, Marlboro's owned by, I can't remember who the other big
Give me a
one
second.
is.
Camel.
No, that's also owned by, I think that one might be R.J. Reynolds.
Parliaments.
Yeah, that one's probably the other one. Parliaments, that's the one I remember. That's the one I remember.
Philip
I haven't smoked
Morris.
a lot of
Philip
cigarettes.
Morris.
Philip
that's,
Morris.
that's the other
Oh,
one.
Philip Morris.
Yeah. So
I
obviously,
smoked that yellow. What's the one in the yellow pack? I think Camilo smokes.
oh,
that one.
Indian something.
that's-
The American
Because
Spirits.
American Spirit's real tobacco. I'm not a
Right, but
tobacco
it's just-
smoker.
They smoke too long.
Well, that's
They take
because
too
they don't
long.
put any ammonia and they
I
don't put any
know, but it's
freaking
just like, I
chemicals
don't
in
want to be
it.
smoking. for
And
that
if you
long.
stop smoking it, it'll go out. Whereas
I
the
don't-
other ones, they just keep fucking burning.
Yeah.
So
No,
you have to
no,
buy
no,
more
no, 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 no,
cigarettes.
no, no.
That's the other way
They do
around, I
that.
think.
They do that now. They're fire safe cigarettes because heroin addicts kept passing out with them and catching fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
Nice.
Set-
Okay.
House is on fire.
No, it pisses me off. I'm working on something because I usually work in the yard with the cigarette hanging in my mouth.
Sure.
Next time I go to take a drag, the cigarette's
It's
out.
out. Yeah.
out. and I have to go find a fucking lighter that's on the other side of the fucking lawn.
Oh, poor guy.
I
You
know.
just have a
because
lighter in
some-
your pocket.
Just quit smoking cigarettes, Dick Munch. You won't have to worry
Get a
about it.
vape like everybody else.
Don't do that.
I don't like.
He
the,
did. I was like, dude, you're better off smoking
Yeah.
cigarettes. And
I don't like the
Here,
menthol.
here's my vape.
Yeah,
I know people that had
it's
to go
butthole
on
flavor.
cigarettes to come off of vapes.
sure. All right. Well, so we're going to take our next break. We'll be back with weather. We got some beef. We got some asshole. I have an update. It's a Britney Spears update. I know you guys can't fucking wait.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
could you just leave Britney alone?
Leave Britney alone.
Let me ask you right now: if she came to you and asked you to marry you, would you walk away from
Oh,
this
dude.
and from everything in Miami right now?
Give me a break.
Tell the truth.
Hell no. Kidding me? Not in a million years.
All right, between
Lies.
bows.
No way
Just-
she could
just-
take care.
Remember, Elena can hear this. We'll ask
Yeah.
him off.
She
the,
doesn't
off the
listen
air.
to the show. She doesn't watch the show. And she did in the beginning, but it's a long show, and she likes me to have my adventures, and she'll watch a couple. Like there's a couple times she'll watch, but most of them she doesn't. But she'll probably watch this one. That's for sure. So Laz,
Way to go.
she comes at you, bro. Wasn't me, honey.
I just asked. You're
The
obsessed
fact
with
that
her.
he would ask such a ridiculous question.
I've been
you know?
around a long time.
In fact, honey,
I
did you
know
put
enough.
did you put him up to this, honey?
Yep.
Did
This
you
is
do
a
this?
test.
Yeah,
Yes, he
was
did.
this a test?
Yes, he did.
So
You passed.
Here's a question. Here's a really foolproof answer to any question that anyone brings up to you.
wasn't me.
I'll plead
It's
the
not
fifth.
bad.
I
Yeah.
plead the
The
fifth.
fish. Good
I'll
luck.
plead the
at-
fifth.
Yeah.
Till they beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, right. It's more like I bleed the fifth.
Then,
Like, well, we're fine.
Then-
And we're going to beat
then
your
all-
ass.
then all they're in violation of is constitutional rights violation.
Yeah. Dork. All right, we'll be back soon. Time changes many things that stay the same. The sensations still remain. Circles we trudge around get us nowhere. It's across the circles from where we stare. I've been waiting for you to knock down my front door. 'Cause you can't take it anymore. I've been waiting for you to lock my front door. 'Cause you don't wanna share me with the world.
You took out your teeth? Of course you pressed that right button, right? You recording?
With the weather.
Oh, she knows the show. That's next.
Okay, Alicia, Daddy's got to go to work.
No.
Alicia, Daddy's got to work, buddy. Okay, Alicia, last one.
No! No! No!
We'll just all just walk out.
With the weather.
Yeah, Daddy's got to work. That's right.
Speakers.
Speakers, nice. Trying to make Laz look bad.
It's fine. It's not my job.
Sure.
It's the producer's job.
Okay, that's true. That's true. I
They
guess
took your
that would be.
job. They took
So
your
we're
job.
back. And we're going to just go ahead and kick it off with Lucas's weather.
Lucas. With the weather.
By the way, what's that behind you?
That is, I believe, Route 81 in northern Pennsylvania, heading to Shenandoah Valley, Pennsylvania,
Shenandoah Valley. Nice. Okay.
where usually I take a 4-hour one-way trip to go get Polish kibasi.
Really?
That
Did you say 4 hours
Each way
Yeah.
or round
one
trip?
way for kielbasa?
one way.
Wow.
All right, we show
Gotta
up.
be some
hours.
delicious
All right, all right,
kielbasa.
Jesus Christ.
We show up 2 hours early, and there's usually a line of at least 3 people.
Okay.
At least 3.
2 hours early, folks.
So wait.
So by the time it's the open
4
up
hours
shop-
one way, that includes the wait, or 4 hours just to drive?
4 hours just to drive, and you show up like an hour and a half, 2 hours early,
that's
and
gotta
within
be
15
10
minutes
hour
of us
day.
showing up.
Ah,
Yeah, and within 15 minutes of us showing up, people show up, and we wait in our cars, and we keep track of who's in the car, and we line up in who came first.
the chicken or the egg.
Yep.
What is it exactly you're picking up?
Polish kielbasa.
Man, what is
Kielbasa.
kielbasa?
Polish kielbasa.
What is it?
Kabasi.
It's like a
Like a
It's
sausage?
sausage.
Yeah,
sausage.
yeah.
It comes in. Honestly,
you get
one of my
pork and beef. But I
one of my
think
favorites, kabasi loaf, which is like a meat loaf.
Kielbasa?
Keilbasa. Yeah.
Kielbasi. There's a difference between kielbasa and kabasi.
What's so special about it? It's fresh, it's seasoned.
It's
guess-
fresh. It's the
So-
same family
Can't
that's
find
been
any
making it since
kielbasa.
1911.
My super soup. Those of you out there.
This guy.
The
I
main.
got something about
The
Seth for
main
later.
freaking ingredient, the one meat. Everything is vegetables and beans. The one meat is Polish kielbasa. So, all right, Luke. What'd you say, Laz? You have something? What?
I got something for you. I got something for you about you later.
Okay. Don't forget, because I
Nobody
will.
wants a kielbasi.
So, all right. So, where do we have for the weather this week?
This week we have Seth, West Virginia.
Oh, shit!
Seth, West Virginia.
I like it.
It's
Sounds like
kind
my
of
kind of place. West Virginia. Wait, can you spell it for the
It's-
listeners before we get into the jokes?
I think I would
sure
give
they're
you the
coming.
honor. I think I'd give you the
Oh, is
honor
it so?
spelling.
SETH?
Yes,
West
it is.
Virginia. Okay.
Yes.
Wow, we like it. Okay, Seth, West Virginia, off to a
Yep.
great start. I gotta give you credit. This is definitely the best city name you've ever come up with.
Oh, shit.
In the 70 some city names you've come up with, it's gonna be hard to top this
There we
one.
go.
No, it's a close second.
To what?
Lucasville, Ohio.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's for both of you then after
Yeah.
this.
Laz's Crapville, would probably be a good third. So, all right. So West Virginia, Seth, West
it's-
Virginia, folks.
And it's kind of located south, but kind of east, but not too far
North,
south.
north, yeah,
So
but
it's
sort of
south of-
central. Sure. Okay. Let's start with Friday. That's what we're gonna do. Even though I feel like this might come out Saturday because I gotta go to St. Augustine tomorrow for the day.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. See what time I get back. Okay, Friday.
Friday, May 7th. High of 59, low 42. Showers with a chance of precipitation at 61%, with the winds coming out of the west-northwest at 10 miles per hour.
Okay.
Saturday, May 8th. High of 63, low 47. Partly cloudy, with a chance of precipitation at 17%, with the winds coming out of the west-northwest at 9 miles per hour.
Okay.
Sunday, May 9th. High of 67, low 49. Showers again with a chance of precipitation at 57%, with the winds coming out of the south at 8 miles per hour.
Okay.
Usually by now there's a joke somewhere, but
I
guess
know,
because
but
it's-
I don't want to it's Seth. I know, right? Like,
Oh, here we go.
I mean, how do
Doesn't
you
want to tarnish
just,
the great name.
Yeah, I just gotta let you just roll through it. But I will say,
Laz, I need backup.
I have nothing to say.
it's my kind of weather. Rainy and miserable. Like perfect
Sounds like
excuse.
Seth.
Yeah, there you go. Rainy and miserable. Sure.
Usually moist.
That's not,
Just moist.
I mean, wet.
whatever happened with you guys when you were younger, hopefully
We don't-
they
we don't
interview you
talk
for
about that.
story. Like,
Wow. Anyway, moving on.
Monday, May 10th. High of 66, low 46.
Wait, it's only
Showers
Monday?
again. Yeah.
Friday.
Shower.
Okay, sorry. Showers
supposed to
again.
start
Here
on
we
Saturday,
go.
bro.
Yeah. No, he started on Friday.
Way
It's
to
on
ruin
Friday.
it, bro.
Yeah.
Way to ruin it.
Way to ruin it. Okay. Oh, it's
I
like
think-
Elmer Fudd. Way to ruin it.
Lucas fucking made me have the throat problem, kid.
You think Lucas?
The
Yeah, he
derp.
was like, when is Laz gonna have a cracked throat?
Yeah.
And
There you
now
go.
I
That's
have a
it.
fucking sore throat, bitch. Like, fuck, dog.
It only took 2 months though.
No, he just said it.
I've been dealing with this shit for like ever since Alicia went to daycare, man. I just like it's not that bad. I've been okay, but recently I just got this dry throat again.
Can I finish my weather?
Sure.
go ahead.
Okay. So Tuesday. Monday.
Chance,
Okay.
chance of
Okay.
precipitation, 42% with the winds coming out of the west-northwest at 7 miles per hour.
Okay.
And finish off with Tuesday,
Sure.
May 11th.
Finish it
5, 6.
off, bro.
High of 66,
Uh-huh.
low of 50.
Yeah, here we go.
AM showers
Okay.
with the chance of precipitation at 32% with the winds coming out of the north at 6 miles per hour.
Okay.
Research Lucas with the weather.
All right. So Seth, West Virginia, folks. I gotta say, I kind of like the name. I
Sounds
ain't
like
gonna
crappy
lie.
town.
Country roads taking you home.
West Virginia.
Dude, I listened to that song so much when I moved back from Miami.
Really?
Why?
Yeah.
Rocky
They just play it up there more.
Mountain
How did you
Yeah,
like it
just
here, Lucas? Honestly.
Colorado.
I
Rocky
liked
Mountain
it,
High.
but honestly, too
Lucas
much
owns
concrete.
a dildo.
Too much concrete.
Yes, too much concrete. I'm literally used to looking out my window and seeing a cornfield.
All right, so we got some beef out there. So, Laz, why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
What? You got beef?
This beef. I had two beefs.
Does it have anything to do with Ricky?
No.
Okay.
I'm done with Ricky. No,
Did
not
you guys
done
break
with Ricky.
up? Did you guys break up?
Of course not.
Never that.
Okay.
I can't.
I can't quit you, bro.
This is like
I wish I knew how to quit you.
this one is Layla's mom. So
Oh, shit.
Baby mama. Okay.
there's certain things that I feel like I know we live in a society where everybody's supposed to do everything, but there's certain things that I can't help Layla with. You feel me?
Sure.
Even though I do as much as possible to figure it out if I have to, it is what it is.
Sure.
So she's like, oh, I need to go buy pants and shorts and this and that. And it's always something. I can't figure out sizes of women clothes and this and that. So since like Thursday and Friday, she's like, oh, I need you to take me shopping for pants and shorts. I need more pants. I need more shorts, whatever. No problem. So then she's like, oh, so I'm like, we're going to go one of my days off after you get done with school. So before that, she went to the store with her mom on because she wants to start. She started going exercising with her mom, and she went to the gym with my brother. Random shit. So then she went to the store with her mom, the same store we went to, and her mom is like, "No, focus on what you got to focus on. I'm not worried about what else, the other stuff you need." So then when I get to the store with her on Monday, I'm like, "Weren't you just here?" And then she's like, "Yeah," but I'm just like, I don't understand how to buy women's clothes.
Sure.
I get it. Like, you know what I mean?
Doesn't she pick them out? Wouldn't she just pick them out?
Yeah, but she does. She's 12.
Sure.
I mean, she doesn't know what her size is, what she's supposed to do, and what she wears adult sizes, but she's still a kid, but she has like a woman body, and it's just weird.
Sure.
So it's like impossible to figure out whatever it is. But like whatever, we figured it
Can't
out.
crack the code,
No,
bro.
you can't because like the same thing with Ricky was with me too. Ricky's daughter, he always has to buy stuff for her, but it's impossible because they're like younger kids, but they have adult bodies.
So
You
he
feel me?
sends clothes to his son in Miramar, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Here we go.
yeah.
So I'm just like, why didn't you just do that in the first place? It's like, I don't like just to figure it out. It's not like a money thing. It's not like a time thing, but like I can't do it. So
Sure.
anyways, we're in the store for like an hour. Okay, shit. There's like women's section, junior section. Obviously, we're done with the girls and boys.
Sure.
In my mind, I thought juniors were like in between something.
Sure.
Whatever.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But it's literally like just women's sizes, but like cooler kid stuff, not an adult clothes. You feel me?
Okay.
So at first I'm like, okay, we're going to women's section. All right. I don't like any of this. And she's getting pissed off with me. I'm just like, yo, I don't know what you want. You can't tell me what you want.
Sure.
I can't figure it out.
Sure.
Then we move to the other section. I'm like, oh, this is the same sizes for whatever you wear. Yes. Oh, okay. So figure it out. Then it was fine. But it's
Okay.
like, I feel like there's certain things that I wouldn't ask me to do.
Sure.
It just bothered me.
Yeah. Like if you had to like fix her car,
Yeah,
that
like,
would be your
I asked my friend the other
responsibility.
day, I'm like, I'm not gonna ask like her to like, oh, go buy me some tires, because she
Sure.
would have no idea what has anything to do
Sure,
with my car.
sure,
You know what I
sure.
mean?
I got you.
The second
gotcha.
beef.
Wow. So wait, you got a second beef?
Yeah.
Oh,
the first. Well, let me finish. I feel like she should have just took that over.
Sure.
And let me out of the situation.
So is she going to take it over next time?
Nah.
No?
We had to just figure it out.
All right.
Well, Layla's more comfortable talking to me about certain things. She
Sure.
just feels like her mom just.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being the cool dad, bro.
It's not that. Oh, I never act. I'm
Trust
never
me,
mad
I
with
know.
her. I get upset, like, but separately. I
Sure.
never want her to come to me and be like, "Oh, Dad, I need this," and I'm just like, "Ah, fuck you, ask
Yeah.
your mom." I figure it out.
Yeah, we
do
don't
it.
want that.
Yeah.
Well, you go to therapy once a week, right?
You can find us
No,
at
I don't go. What?
Isn't this your therapy, basically?
Yeah, right.
What? What do you- oh yeah, I guess you're right. Second beef.
All right.
What? You got beef?
We've dealt with asshole fucking chefs
Okay.
and everything.
Sure.
So the fucking chef threw a plate of food at my manager.
Really?
Oh shit!
Wow.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
What was it like?
Did he make contact or was it just
Chicken
like against the wall?
marinara, or was it like
It was a poke bowl.
a poke? Oh wow.
So
It's
Okay.
not hot.
it didn't hit her.
Sure. Oh, her. Wow.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
And the
It's
chef's a
amazing
dude, right?
How that changes
chef's a
things.
dude.
Okay.
And
You know?
then I was like around the corner,
Sure.
and there was like a whole bunch of food on the floor. And I'm just like, what the fuck happened? Everybody's like, what the fuck just happened? Why is there a whole bunch of food from whatever? And then I'm just like, in my mind, I'm thinking the cook probably fucked up something. The chef got mad, and and there's like, fuck it, throw the food.
Sure.
Then she's like, oh no, I was calling for somebody, and he was like, stop screaming in my kitchen. And then she called for the person again, and he just threw that shit at her. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Wow.
And I'm just like,
Who is she calling for? Who is she looking for?
calling for one of her own employees
I
to
gotcha.
help with something. And I feel like that was the biggest douchebag shit in the fucking world. Like, I don't understand.
Which-
Maybe he was having a bad day.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
There are
Nah,
chefs
it's no
that can get
excuse,
away
but-
with it, but none of them work,
She was fine.
there.
But then he made a joke about it later. Like, she was letting it go.
Ugh.
And then he just like, oh, you want another fucking Pokeball? And she
Wow.
just fucking went the fuck off.
And so what'd she do? She went off?
She didn't go off. She wasn't gonna do anything. She was just like, I'm not gonna go HR. I'm not gonna do shit. And she went off. But like, why the fuck would you do some shit like that? to
Wow.
somebody?
And she's not going to do anything about it.
No, now she's doing something about it.
Oh,
because of
yeah.
The second part, she
Fuck
let
yeah.
it go. She was like, you know what? Fuck it. She's somebody that's not really a cool-headed person. She would have went off, but she just let it go. And
Sure.
then he just.
I mean,
added
I
a
worked in a
little fucking
restaurant.
Tabasco sauce.
I've worked at restaurants where the chef, it doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter what happens. That chef isn't going anywhere. Anywhere.
I don't know, but that's what she felt in the first place, and then
Sure.
it just went from there.
Well, we'll see. Okay, hey. So, Lucas, you had some beef as well?
Yeah.
What? You got beef?
Lucas's beef is always like, let's see. We'll see. Here we go.
Beef with my neighbor who him and I work together a lot.
Okay.
Mowing neighbors' properties, and
Sure.
he helps me, I help him.
Sign,
I have a
shit
dumpster.
like that.
No.
Did you run
I
over
would-
another rake or something?
No. The same neighbor,
Okay.
but no. I have a dumpster on my front lawn.
The 30-footer, right?
Yeah, 30-yarder.
He's
Cubic yard.
like, oh, you
third-
got a dumpster? We're
Sure.
doing this together.
No, that's fine. Him and I split things like that. He knows I'm cleaning,
Okay.
but he keeps calling me over to help him go shopping for a new hedge trimmer or this or go mowing when I have to tell him repeatedly, I am cleaning. I don't have time. Maybe I'll go mow later this week, but I don't have time to keep going out to do these things because I'm trying to get this dumpster out of my driveway.
Sure.
And it seems like every day he's, hey, I need this, I need that, I need this. You have a truck, go up to Home Depot, get the tool, get it
I don't know.
yourself.
He sounds a little codependent, bro. I'm just saying.
He's a little needy.
What's the beef?
Yeah.
Too mean.
So the beef is the guy just will leave him that, Lucas needs some me time, and the guy just like, no, we're friends, bro. There's no me time. It's we time.
And the actual second one that I have, do you remember me complaining about UPS shipping from Utah to New Jersey to Delaware?
Yep. I do. That was one of your more interesting beefs, I have to say.
And actually, it gets interesting. That was for a DNA test.
Okay.
And I finally got that back.
Okay.
And
it
says you're white.
Extremely white.
Okay, go for it.
Scotland, 24%. England and Northwestern Europe, 20%. Norway, 18%. Sweden, 17%. Wales, 13%.
Are
Germanic
you just
Europe,
getting this now?
Scandinavian.
German Europe, 7%. And Baltic, 7% or 1%.
So my father always told, like growing up, he's like,
Straight
yeah, you're
white.
part Viking.
Oh,
And
that's
yeah,
cool.
Scandinavian, Norway, all that. So yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Well, Antoine.
Am I an asshole?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. So this was just today, actually. So we're, I don't know if you followed Champions League. Anyways,
Not sort of, kind of. I know
It's
they're
all right.
trying to do the Super
Today was
League.
the second leg. It was Paris versus Manchester City.
Okay.
Anyways, and usually we go out to some bar to watch it. Lost Boys in downtown.
Yeah.
Anyways, and I'm on the phone with two other boys, and we're each watching the game at our own place. One of my boys is in like Chicago, the other one's also in Miami. But we're on the phone, three-way chat, and we're watching the game. And then this other friend texts us, and he's like, "Hey, are you guys in downtown watching the game?" And he's like, "Let's fuck with him." He's like, yeah, we're all here. Joel's here, which is the guy that's in Chicago.
Sure.
He's like, yeah, we're all here. Come through. And then I felt bad, so I'm like, nah, I'm watching the game at home.
Okay.
But then we keep saying, we're like, yeah, we're here. And then I'm like, all right, I'll be there for the second half.
Sure.
God. Yes, you
And
are.
sure enough, he's like, all right, guys, where you at? And we're like, oh, we're on the second floor. And he's like, what? He's like, how do you get there? We're like, oh, you got to go in the bathroom. There's a secret. And then,
Oh God.
I don't know. So we have him like running
Oh,
around.
that's hilarious.
And then eventually calls us.
Missing the game. by the way.
How far was he coming from?
So he came from work on his break
Wow.
to go, but it was, according to him, a 3-minute scooter ride from
Sure.
his work to this place. So
Scooters, man, they're everywhere now.
but it's still, so like, I mean, I didn't lie to him. I said I was at home.
Sure.
And
I'll
then
meet
these
you
guys,
there.
I mean, I was still in on it, but
I don't think you're an asshole.
an
That's just a
asshole?
good prank.
It's only
I mean, he
3
was
minutes.
pissed.
3
He was-
minutes is an easy
but
prank.
it turns out he spent like 30 minutes there, got a beer and shit. I'm like, bro,
Oh, that's
you
cool.
you could have seen it coming. I don't know.
Nah, that's okay.
Plus, we're sending him pictures of the bar, but we're not there. So we just Googled pictures of the bar, and it's like packed and the shit. And he's like, yeah, I knew these pictures were off. And,
It's kind of funny. It's
pretty
funny.
funny.
It's funny.
That's funny. That's a good,
And he
like,
only wasted like 6 minutes.
good-natured joke.
right.
Yeah,
That's for
that's
sure.
fine.
No, what he's saying? He's like, man, if I'd known you guys weren't there, I was just taking a nap. We're like,
Yeah.
what? You had a refreshing
now you're an
beverage.
asshole. You
Yeah.
should have said that. Now you're an asshole.
Naps are impossible. I remember, dude, I have a
Well, I
picture
didn't
of
know
you
that till
passed
after,
out in the hallway
Oh,
in
yeah.
the basement of the Fontainebleau.
Classic.
You know, like right when you walk in and there's that long
Yeah, there's
hallway.
2-3 chairs there.
There's like a chair there and he's just passed out. People are coming and going to work, going into the locker rooms. He is passed out in his like
Yeah,
mirror
my
aviator
shades.
sunglasses.
He was
Shit.
tired of nap time.
Good
yeah,
times.
no, he was
You
out.
gotta get people to go back to work, bro.
It's tough,
We're
man.
making
I mean, it will
the
be once
service
they
is
stop
fucking
paying
trash
unemployment.
right now.
It's gonna be tough. It'll happen, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna take some
Have you
time.
been going out at all? Like dinner or anything? Oh, you have no time right
We
now.
can't. No, not now. Now that we're both working.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
It's not a great time.
I don't know. Lena and I have gone out a couple times for dinner, and it's great because it's chill, it's quiet, you get all the time you want.
Depends where you go. Places are popping.
Yeah, some places are
the
really
service
popping.
is trash.
Yeah.
And not trash because like,
Just because they're understaffed.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
That's the problem. Same thing with hotels, man.
It's horrible.
All right, so BBC, Britney Spears asked to address court over conservatorship case. So she actually wants to talk to the judge herself, which I guess hasn't happened. A lawyer for Britney Spears says she has requested to speak directly about her conservatorship in court. So the singer father, Jamie, took control in 2018. We know that. He was hospitalized and they lost conservatorship, yada, yada, yada. But anyway, Samuel Ingham, which is her lawyer, said my client has requested a hearing which can address the court directly. Wondering if she can address the court directly, asking that it be done at an expedited basis. So the hearing is set for June 23rd, folks. So it's unclear if.
Well, what is she trying to do, though?
She's trying to get the conservatorship dropped. You know, the people who are like running her life, owning her life.
So she can run her own
She
life.
can just run her own freaking life because they have conservatorship over her person, which means they basically can like legit control who sees her, where she where she can go, like all that shit.
How she spends her money, how everything.
Well, that's
Or
the
even like
control
book the
of her
shows.
estate.
And she's like, I don't want to do this. Like, well, you got to
Yeah.
do it. That sucks.
So they set up a freaking Vegas show for her,
Yeah.
the second one, and during the premiere, she just walked off. She's like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. So, all right, Laz. Well,
Laz's corner
you're up, bro.
of positivity.
I'm already ready for you guys.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
NFL star throws draft party at homeless shelter where he once lived.
That's cool. Hell yeah.
A what party?
A
Draft party.
draft party
Oh,
for
draft
the NFL
party.
draft. Yeah.
Cool.
Najee Harris changed in the parking lot of his homeless shelter where that once housed him and his family ahead of the first night of the NFL draft, putting on an outfit he would wear to be drafted by Pittsburgh Steelers as a first round pick.
Nice.
So basically, what do you say? The former University of Alabama running back sponsored a draft party for the kids now living at the Greater Richmond Interfaith Program homeless shelter in California's Bay Area, stopping to take pictures with everyone, including the pizza driver, a local news outlet reported. He said, doing this really makes me and my family feel better, just giving appreciation and everything. It's a subject, especially in the Bay Area, that needs to get shed light on. The more that we are together, the more we can make everything happen, especially in good ways. You know, for me, moving up, I'm getting more attention, more cameras and stuff. That's good because it's setting more light on the situation. So basically, like Bay Area on the California side, I guess,
Oh,
has
yeah.
has a lot of like homeless and a lot of people that, you know, are having a rough time.
It's going to happen even more as soon as they lift the eviction memorandum.
Oh yeah, big time.
Memoriam, one of the two.
So he had
Memorandum.
four
Yeah.
older siblings and his parents living in a
Research Lucas.
single room of a shelter for a long time in 2010 and moved several times before graduating high school in 2017.
Oh yeah,
So
that's cool, man. We like that.
his mom, after him and his mom moved to Alabama, they went to head coast, but they remembered that they have the West Coast roots, so that's
Sure.
why he did that.
Cool.
So
That's what's
this
up.
should be good. That's
Yeah.
that's fire.
That is
Oh,
kind
it's
of
a good
fire.
story.
Yeah, totally.
Well done. Well done.
I've
Yeah.
never been to Cali, but
You don't want to go.
Depends on where you go.
no,
San
it's
Francisco's
not even-
awesome. LA is like and San
but
Diego's like
they're saying it's like I had a cousin, I guess my second cousin. My cousin, her daughter graduated from high school, and a lot of my family went. I wasn't able to go for whatever reason, and like she lives in like a decent apartment, and you know we're used to down here. I mean, in downtown you'll see homeless everywhere, but you're not gonna see homeless like all over the
Cities and
place.
shit.
Yeah,
Sure.
homeless cities. But literally in the complex she lived in, there's like a couple of homeless tents, and you know, like we would just be used to like, oh, maybe somebody's just using that for like trash or some random shit, and then they're like, oh, people live there,
yeah.
and that's what they always like telling like my parents and like I think one of my cousins or my brothers went there, and they're like, it's like that all over the city, like just random people are just living outside and it's just normal.
Same thing with New York.
And it's like normal to the point where like people live and go to
But it gets
work
cold
and go
as
to school.
fuck in New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when New York they put them in they open shelters for wintertime, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah,
But it's
California doesn't get cold enough to really necessitate that.
but that like sucks.
Oh,
though.
once the poles shift, who knows?
Yeah, that's true. Fucking
you'll-
A.
Maybe it'll shift
doubt
to
about
everybody
that.
better. Oh, man. But
Sheesh.
that's at least he doesn't forget what's gone on with him.
Yeah,
and that's
man.
pretty cool.
All right. Well, I guess that kind of wraps this one up, folks. Anybody got any last minute thoughts? Anyone?
No.
No? All right. So I guess Seth and Mike 1. We got Laz in Mike 2.
Yo.
We got Lucas in Mike 3.
Hey.
And we got Flyboy Antoine back in the house again.
Yes, sir. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, next time he's rocking the shirt, which is dope, even though you guys can't really see it. You can see half of it. There you go. He puts on the Superman pose. All of a sudden, it sticks out.
I forgot.
What?
The shirt?
Super dude.
Oh, there you go. Last minute thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Super
got.
dude?
Yeah, because I shared something with Seth or whatever, and his name is Super Dude. My daughter's like, who the fuck is that? Not who the fuck is that? But like, what is it? Of course, that would be you, Super Dude.
Super dude.
And then
that
it was
sounds
like-
about right.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. And then the Seth, what do you go? Seth,
West Virginia?
Seth, West Virginia. And it's like, this is the best name ever.
Yeah. Super dude.
Nah.
I think that's pretty poignant, I gotta say.
Nah.
All right, well,
That's it.
you know, next time she sees me, like, there he is, it's Super Dude, like, dun, 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 dun.
He's not that great, Dad.
Oh, ooh,
I'm talking
wow, man.
What? You got beef?
Yeah. So, all right,
Is that
folks.
Alicia?
That's Alicia. Yeah. For sure. That's great. For sure. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Boom.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
Contact, Hawaii contact, 100% unit modulation installed.